Hello guys and welcome back to my channel again. I'm Tassos. Here we play video games, we talk about them, sometimes we even do both. This is Budget King episode 2. I hope this lasts more than other projects I've tried in the past. Last time we took a look at the At Games Legends Flashback, a system that was okay as a budget system. The only thing that kind of leans towards the negative side is that it's not that much, of a lower price budget system, but other than that, it has pretty good quality. It had pretty good qualities. We'll revisit that one if you want, especially to showcase as to why I'd rather you not put that firmware from Atari 8 into that SD card and try to use it on your At Games Legends Flashback. We'll try to add some more games together, but until that time comes, let's just talk about this little fella on the Budget King episode 2. And this is the USB game stick. We're going to be talking about this one. I got this one somewhere in between $12 to 15 euros. It's basically because, I reside in Greece. And I got it from a toy store chain here in Greece. It used to be a toy store. Now it's like a store, a chain of stores that pretty much sells almost everything. But yeah, this claims to have 860 games in there. I have the manual right here, and I'll tell you this: it only has 234 games. Typical Famiclone shit, because having grown up in the 90s, I already knew what I was getting into. When you have outrageous claims like that in front of the box, 860 games, that's not gonna cut it. I already know that's not true. So let's see what this system is all about. I got it pretty cheap. Thanks to my buddy Theo for hooking me up with this bad boy. So without further ado, let's move on to this review.
So let's take a look at this beast. First of all, huge thanks to my buddy Theo for hooking me up with one of these bad boys. Again, the price was more than reasonable. It was something like 11 or 12 bucks. I have purchased it like a few months back, so I don't even remember exactly how much I paid, but it was too little. So here we go. This is the video game stick. As you can see, it's like 3 different languages in there. Like it's Greek, Consola Παιχνιδιών game stick, Consola Jokuri. I researched that because I don't want to sound like a smartass, and I think it's Romanian, and this is probably Bulgarian. Now it claims that it has 860 games. You can see these very familiar looking PlayStation-like controllers, and of course here's the stick. And let's see another outrageous claim: 4K for 8-bit games sounds a little bit too much. And now is this a sticker? No. It basically showcases here that there's a controller inside, and here on one side there's a bunch of games, and also here on the back a bunch of games. And when you look right here on the back, it has some generic stuff. If you exclude this very well-known pool game that I'm not even sure what the title is, and now I sound like a dumbass because I don't remember that. I can't recognize any of the games. This is probably Mappy over here. Probably. I mean, I can't make out anything. And most of the games there are barely recognizable. It says like Bounce, Bomb, Battle, like some Warrior, like some generic titles. So when I held this in my hands and read this 860 games, I was like, yeah, that's sus, without trying to be sus. So let's open up this thing and see what's in there. And voila, you have a manual. And remember how I couldn't find a list of games? There it is. It's right here. Of course, like the ISO is too high up there. I'm pretty sure it's unreadable the way I'm recording right now, but there are some really well-known games in there. We'll get into that. So, up the eyes a little bit again. Here it is. This is what does everything. It's a USB stick with an HDMI on the front, with an HDMI. You have your Type-C slot for this cable to power it up. You can actually connect that straight to the very monitor you're bound to use it on. So I find this one of the most, if not the most easy plug and play I've ever encountered. I'm not even kidding. And here we have an empty SD card, micro SD card slot, which is basically unusable. I don't know why it's in there. From what I gather, there was an earlier version of that included an SD card and had like 20,000 games in there, and basically included MAME games, Super Nintendo, Mega Drive. What we get here is basically a Famiclone, which I'm not too dissatisfied, but yeah. So this is unusable as far as my knowledge goes. I tried everything to use it, and just to clarify, I went on my laptop. Again, lower the eyes a little bit, and I even used Disk Genius to make a partition to create 3 rooms, quote unquote, on my SD card, because sometimes these emulation boxes use something similar to Linux, so they're able to read that, and you need to create 3 room. Again, I'm sorry because I'm not too technical, I'm not too tech savvy with these ones, to the emulation box to be ready to read the SD card. It cannot read any SD card. In fact, when you try to connect this with a data cable, Type-C data cable straight to the PC, it only powers it. It does nothing else. So that's also a strong indication that you cannot add anything to it. And then we have the controllers. And I know I talk smack about games and their flashback legends a lot, but these like take the cake for me. This, I can break this with a near thought. Yeah, that's a Shinnok line from Mortal Kombat 4. But anyways, yeah, these are the controllers. They're wireless. They work, at least they work, and they take 2 each AAA batteries. So let's hook this bad boy up and see what's in there, because I'll be honest, it's very interesting. So with the magic of edit, let's see. And here we go. That's the list of games. It says 860. Yeah, they're not 860 games in there. There's no way there's 860 games in that stick. You have some pretty great bangers, to be perfectly honest. First of all, we have Mighty Final Fight, which is a really good game. Of course, look at that, licensed by Nintendo, Capcom. Yeah, these games, this is why I was talking about the game, the stick itself being sus without being sus. So let's just say a little bit how it plays, and I'll also talk a little bit about the graphics. What this stick, great game, has been doing with the graphics, and it's partially understandable, but you don't really do that, is smoothing the sprites, giving them like a curved look, trying to make them HD or something, and that doesn't look good. Even on a LED screen, it doesn't look good. Of course, as you can see, I'm playing this on a CRT TV, because why not, and because I don't really like playing these games anyway else. I'm using an adapter, an HDMI to AV adapter. Oh, I want to make a video about this one as well. But yeah, I really don't enjoy the fact that they messed up with the sprites. That works for every game. It's the same thing. Let's reset, which is like select and start. It's very easy to reset. You go back to the very last game you played, and that's really nice. You also have Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, and as you can see, it's the Famicom version. This is also a great game. I don't really need to tell you that. There is a small issue with the way I'm playing with the adapter I'm using. Part of the screen is getting crunched. Most of the games play really well, and most of the issues I've noticed it's probably because of the wireless controllers. Like there's some input lag, and I'm guessing it gets worse if I go ahead and play this on an LED screen, because that's a thing. That's how this adapter works. Yeah, there is some input lag involved, the adapter itself, but the CRT helps reducing it a lot more than you would think. So yeah, that also works really well. Of course, we have Adventure Island. I don't really know if Adventure Island 4 is a thing, so we're gonna check this thing out. Oh, it might be a thing and I feel embarrassed right now. Yeah, it seems like it's legit. Oh, bye. Let's go, Master Higgins, whatever your name is. Ah, Master Higgins, yeah. It's been a long time since we adventured together all those years ago. Here, take this egg. I'm far too old to help you. But this and the others like it can serve up teleports. Take care, Master. Alright. I'm throwing bones. Of course, we all know that this guy cannot help it. He must eat constantly to survive. Ugh. I need a hammer to play. Oh, this looks more than your typical platformer. I've never played it before. I'm more familiar with 1 and maybe 2 just a little bit. I never finished it. Oh, I fell. But I think Tiny Toon Adventures 3 that's listed here is probably Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout, which is a notoriously bad game. This is a great starter game for kids that are just getting into retro. Oh my god, the ISO is horrible on this one. A lot better. Yeah, we have Tiny Toon Adventures. Slide here. This is pretty standard platformer for NES. Works really well. Now we changed to Plucky Duck, I think that was his name. Even as a kid, I thought that show was stupid. And I was a dumb kid, so maybe I was wrong. And remember how I told you that Tiny Toon 3 and 4 are Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout? No, it's Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle. It's even worse than that, so we don't want this. Of course, we have Contra, which is the standard Contra. You can choose the shotgun. Amazing game. I don't really need to tell you. Now, there's a small problem with Contra. While it plays okay-ish, I mean, it plays probably even slightly better than my anniversary collection on PS5 when I'm playing on PS5 with the wireless controller, which already sounds very weird. And that is There is no ending. When you finish the game, there is no actual ending. I am usually doing better. It's because of experience. I played this game to death. Nevertheless, crazy good game. I don't really need to tell you how smashing Contra is. And how fun it's to play even today with friends. The only real issue here is that I just realized my jumps are kind of floaty, so I'm probably playing this on 50 Hz. Some people might find this a good thing. I don't. Once you go 60 Hz, you don't really want to go back. Gotcha. Safest way possible to beat the first boss, which is not hard at all. There you go, we got the extra life back. Oh, this is probably Super C. I don't know why it says Contra Force, and you can actually choose the area you're playing in. Can I? No? It's okay. Area 1. Super C. This is Super C. Again, a phenomenal game. Often being overlooked because of the first one. Which again, groundbreaking game, but if you want my hot take, this one is better. Yeah. I like the boss fights better. I like the difficulty better. They're both great, don't get me wrong, but I think Super C doesn't get the love it deserves. I think it's a better sequel. It's a better game than its predecessor, which should be like that, to be fair. And this is listed as Double Dragon 4. Which, knowing how Double Dragon was made, it's probably not a complete lie. But this is Renegade. Oh my god. I'm not even sure if this is a legit Famicom game, or if they somehow ported it from a microcomputer, because before starting it says fire, which it's not really a thing. This is Renegade though. This is not Double Dragon. And of course the gameplay is not that deep. Holding up and there's only one action button. Like, it makes me think maybe this is like ported from Commodore or something. I don't know. I might be like really wrong for saying this. There you go. No, I was wrong. It's two buttons. Oh, to duck? Guess what? You press down and punch. And to sweep, you do the same thing with kick. Go right. Right. And I don't need to tell you how I feel playing this game on this measly little stick, because this thing also has Ninja Gaiden 2 and 3. You can see that the way I'm playing it, some of the screen gets crunched off, but it's okay. Let's see a little bit how it plays, because I've been playing this on the trilogy on Super Famicom, and it plays like shit, and it even sounds like shit, which I didn't really expect it to be that way. And here it plays a lot better. I will say this. Yeah, it's like the controls feel kind of floaty, but I feel like Ninja Gaiden 3 is kind of slower in pace, even though that might sound crazy, but I think that's the case. I really like the controls better in this one. And Ninja Gaiden 2, which also in here, is an absolute bitch. Like, it's the hardest of the three. I didn't know that. I reached the final boss, and I'm like, nah, I don't want some of that heat right now. I want you to leave me alone. Here's the boss. Yeah, here you go. We got him. We also have 1942, and I want you to check out this one. I want you to check out this. It absolutely blew my mind. This is Tecmo World Cup Soccer, like its arcade version. I love it to death, and I even played it during the World Cup videos I made like a month and a half back. It's amazing that there is a port of that game here on that Famiclone. Simply amazing. Let's just score a goal, or at least try. Oh my god, I shot like the big one, the big shot. I'm a good goalkeeper. I don't have to worry about that stuff. Let's go. Let's score a goal. Oh, it doesn't shoot? What the heck? Oh, it shoots only when it feels like it. That was a little bit unresponsive. That's great though, that we have this. I didn't expect that, to have something like that on that measly little stick. We have Adventures of Lolo, that's also a great game. Also part 2. We have Burai Fighter, that's also a great game. We have Spy vs. Spy and Spartan X, which you know it's Kung Fu Master. But we also have crap like that, and I want you to see that, because some of the games in there are made up crap in someone's basement in a matter of 2 minutes. And I want you to see this, because this is hilarious, and oh my god, I don't have anything to say right now. I will though when I start playing. This is called Man in Red. And this man is badass. This man is like the equivalent of a fusion dance between Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone in the 80s. That's how badass he is. He shoots down single-handedly using his dick-sized PP gun an entire army of UFOs, and I don't even have to move. Look at that. The only thing I have to do is wait for this thing to come in my line of fire, but now I got bored. So yeah, that's level 2. That's a single screen game. That's what you do. Look at that. You just sit there and you wait for those assholes to come in your line of fire. I'm single-handedly stopping an alien invasion because I'm in the Man in Red. This is ridiculous. Of course, this is supposed to be something like Space Invaders, like trying to make you feel anxious because they're coming closer and closer, I think, but come on, they're slow. Like, I can sit like right here in the middle and shoot them. What a badass, the man in red. And this is probably the final level, look at that. I just wanted you to see that. Look at me, I'm the man in red. I'm stopping the red UFO army of Aswolians. I don't remember seeing anything like that before. Oh my god, with the motorcycles. Look, it's waiting for me to shoot it. That's it. Man in Red. I beat Man in Red. One of the hardest games I ever beat as a gamer in my life, period. Plenty of more games to see. We have Yayar Kung Fu, we have, like I said, Spartan X, we even have Karate Guy, I think. And Jackal and Life Force. Let's check Life Force a little bit. I think this is the perfect game for a guy who likes shooters, but he doesn't feel that confident, or she doesn't feel that confident in his or her skills. The only problem with this one is I cannot see my selection of weapons, which, if I'm not able to see what I'm choosing, what's the deal here? But whatever the case, it's Life Force. It's a lot more lenient than other games I played from Konami at the time, like especially Gradius. And it plays great. So if you want to challenge your skills with the idea that you don't really know the weapon you're going to be choosing, that's a good game.
So, final thoughts for this thing. First of all, the price. The price was pretty low. I paid somewhere in between, like I said before, because it's more than a few months that I've had this, and I don't even know why I didn't do a video on that before. I paid somewhere in between 12 euros to 15, somewhere in between there. It's pretty cheap, and it's easy to plug and play, really easy. Like, imagine, I instantly imagine myself having to go somewhere, you know, on an island for vacation or whatever. One night, it just so happens we're stuck in the hotel room. Nothing else to do. Just take that little USB stick, you plug it behind. Like, the controllers are not really that big or that heavy, not to carry around. You just put them in a pouch or whatever, and you know, you can basically have maybe a good half an hour of play. Why not? Playing games like Ninja Gaiden 3 and Mighty Final Fight and Contra. That sounds like a bargain to me, I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't really matter that it's only restricted to Famiclone games and the games that it only has built in, because you're stuck with those games. It's like 234 games, not 860, but it's a pretty sweet deal. It comes pretty cheap. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that you can't really install more games in there using the micro SD card, but there are multiple gaming sticks like that, and way better than that cost maybe $5 or $6 more, and they basically can do that. You can add more games already, or they already have micro SD card installed in there with plenty of games. You can also buy this one. But as far as this one goes, for the price tag on it, it's worth it. It's okay. The emulation is not that bad. The only thing that kind of bothers me the most is the smoothing of the sprites. They smooth things up just for you to be able to play it on an LED screen. It doesn't really look that good. For me, that I'm always trying to put these things back on a CRT TV, it looks even worse. But yeah, it plays okay. It has more than okay games in there. So if you also include the price tag on it, which is like roughly 12, 13, maybe, you know, I'll just say 15 bucks. You know, it's a bargain. I mean, it's carryable. You can pretty much put it in your pocket and just take it with you. It's not that much of a big deal. It's pretty easy to hook up on any kind of monitor and play it. Even the USB that draws power to power it up, you can plug that same USB cable on that very same monitor you're already using with that system. So yeah, pretty okay. I'll give it like a B minus, just because you can't add more games to it, and a little bit of the quality with the controllers kind of makes me a little itchy sometimes, and hits me kind of hard. But otherwise, I think it's a pretty crazy budget choice. And if you happen to one of these, even if it's not that, if there are other options, gaming sticks again, I think they're pretty good choices. If you want to have a trip and you always have in the back of your head that what happens if I have half an hour to spare, I'm in a room like in a hotel room, I'm stuck in there, I need to do something, it's always game. It works. So that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have other suggestions, if you've seen something that it's a budget thing and I can afford it obviously and review it, feel free to let me know down there in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Keep it retro. Have a good one. Bye.